So the older I get, the more I realize that sometimes you have to cut some people off, man. If they're not providing value to you or if they don't want to see you succeed, you got to just cut these kind of people off, man. They take up too much of your time and energy, and there's really no reason to be associated with people who want to see you fail. Now, cutting someone off doesn't have to look like a total cutoff, right? Like, you don't need to totally cut communications with them, never see them, never talk to them, never hear from them, never look at them. Like, I'm not saying that. And oftentimes you can't do that, right? Like, if you work with someone or maybe they're in your friend group and you have mutual friends, like sometimes you even live with these people and you have to be around them and communicate to a certain degree. So when I say cut people off, I'm not saying that you have to totally, like, metaphorically delete them from your life. Sometimes you do. There are cases where you just have to totally cut people off. But what I'm referring to is more people that, you're around, but maybe you don't really mess with anymore. Like, again, it could be coworkers, could be someone in a mutual friend group, could be, someone who lives with you, could be a roommate, like whoever it is. So you can still have conversations with these people and be around them, and ultimately that's because you just want to remain cordial with these people, right? Like avoid any extra problems or headaches with these people. And if it's someone you work with, like, maintain a certain level of professionalism with them. Like, don't give them any reason to give you a hard time or cause any problems, but at the same time, like, just keep in your mind that anything this person says or does to me doesn't really matter. Like, their opinion is irrelevant to me. I don't care what they have to say, or what they do, or what they think of me, or what they think about anything, to be totally honest. And if I go into every conversation or every interaction I have with this person with that mindset, and I just keep that in the back of my mind, nothing they say is going to bother me or give me an issue. Like, I already know what they're on. They're on some bullshit and some backhanded comments sometimes, or maybe they have some ulterior motives that they're working on, and, like, whatever, man. They can do whatever they want. I got too much going on to be worried about, like, what their thought process is and what their goals are. Like, I genuinely don't care what they got going on. So my advice would be just play nice. Like, stay cordial, have your interactions with them if you have to, talk with them. Again, if it's a coworker, like, maintain a certain level of professionalism. Don't give them any ammunition to give you a hard time or get you in trouble or anything. But at the end of the day, man, you got more important shit to worry about than what this person's opinion is of you or of anything else. So I got an example of this. So I worked with someone who kind of got themselves into, like, a weird situation at work. And I was like boys with this guy for, a while at the job. Like, I always kept, like, work and personal life separate, but, I have friends at work, kind of thing. Like, no problem. We'll go out and get drinks after work every once in a while. Like, just keeping it cool, whatever. And I'm not going to get super into the details of this situation, but basically, like I said, this guy got himself into a weird situation, and it was kind of an ugly situation. Like, I wouldn't have wanted to be in it myself, and quite frankly, I never would have put myself in this position. But either way, um, so this situation came to light, and everyone kind of at the company found out about this thing. And it kind of turned to a big thing. Like, HR got involved, and everyone heard about it and all that kind of stuff. So this guy, again, prior to this incident, like, me and him were cool. We were boys. Like, we had hung out outside of work, like, got drinks and all that kind of stuff. Like he was like a cool work guy, whatever. So when this whole situation came to light, this guy tried to get ahead of the rumors and tried to tell his side of the story to everyone in the company. And I kind of had heard from a couple different sources, like, the details of it. I wasn't totally sure on the truth, like, what actually happened. Quite frankly, I still don't know all the truth, what was true, what was not. Again, I heard so many different versions of the story. Everyone always has their side. There's always three sides to the story: one person's, another person's, and then the truth, right? So again, this guy tried to get ahead of the rumors and tell his side of the story. And in the process of doing this, he tried, like, airing out some bullshit about me to try and take the attention off of himself. And again, like I'm not going to get too deep into the details, but like I kind of had trusted him. Like I had talked to him about some stuff, and I trusted him with that information. And when he was getting himself into some trouble, he like threw me under the bus for some shit that was like not related. And I mean, it was just like some stupid drama. Like it wasn't that big of a deal. But the point is he tried to like divert the attention away from himself against me, just to try and protect himself. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like trying to deflect the attention to me when you're under the gun, like especially when I trusted you with certain information. Like I don't know, I would never do that to a friend. I wouldn't really do that to anyone, just because like it's just not right, man. I don't know. I thought that was really shady of him. I mean, at the end of the day, this whole situation with him, it got like brushed under the rug, and everything was fine after a while. Like it was, don't get me wrong, like it was a big incident at the office, and like everyone knew about it, but it kind of got brushed under the rug and handled, internally, and then everyone kind of moved on. But the reason I tell this story is because like once I saw what this dude was actually about, I continued to treat him like cordially. Like again, I didn't want any beef in the office. I didn't want any drama or anything like that. But I always knew in the back of my mind the type of guy that he was. Like I would never trust him again. I would never confide in him. I would never share any information with him that like I would have to trust him with having. Just because like at the end of the day, when it gets down and dirty, like I saw his true colors and I saw what he was actually about. So I would never trust him again. But at the same time, again, I still worked with him. I'm not with the company anymore, but I still worked with him at the time for a while. So I had to remain cordial and be like cool with him and professional. Um, and to be honest, I think I was so cordial with him that he thought like we were still boys. Like he told me things after that he trusted me with information after that I was like, yo, I would never tell this guy that. But either way, like I think I did a good job of just like again kind of brushing it off, pretending like it almost never happened, and like remaining quote unquote cool with him. But again, at the end of the day, like I always knew in the back of my mind the type of dude that he was, and I would never trust him again. And I never like told him anything that any valuable information or private information or anything like that. Like I never told him anything like that again. But he kind of felt, at least in my opinion, the way I saw it, like he kind of felt like we were still boys. So I don't know. The reason I tell you all that is just because like it's okay to cut people off and not trust them, but also still like be around them and talk to them and having to interact with them, especially in a workplace. But again, in like a friend group, or even again someone who lives with you, whatever your case may be. Um, but at the end of the day, it's not worth creating that tension in a weird relationship with people. It's much easier just to like play nice and act cool, just to like avoid those problems and headaches. But know in the back of your mind that you don't fuck with this person at all, and you're not gonna ever again. So I don't know, man. Just like kill them with kindness, and you know damn well that you could care what they got going on. You don't really like them. Like you don't need anything from them. They don't provide you any value. But at the same time, like again, just be respectful, be normal, and just avoid any unnecessary drama or situations. And that's it. Like if you want to cut someone off without like totally cutting them off, like you kind of have to be a little fake, but like in the back of your mind, like you're being real with yourself. Just be nice, be cordial, act like they're your friend. At the end of the day, like you don't need anything from them. You're not going to give them anything. You just play along just to keep things nice and smooth, I guess you could say. So that's it, man. That's if you're dealing with someone who's a problem or toxic, or you don't trust them, or they did you dirty, and you can't fully cut them off. Like I don't know, that's how you can do it. Just kind of cut them off in the back of your head, play nice, but at the end of the day, like you don't owe them anything, and they're not going to provide anything to you. So just cut them off internally in your head. But sometimes you just got to play nice. That's really all there is to it. So that's it for today, boys. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.